Hey homies, what's up? Yeah. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to start prepping for the migration. We're on the desktop right now. We're not on the mini PC. That's loading up. Actually, it loaded. It actually loaded pretty quickly. It just turned on, and now it just goes straight to the Windows home screen. What we're gonna do right here is just gonna create. We're gonna start getting ready. So we're gonna create a folder on the desktop, and we're gonna call it HyperSpin. And what we're going to do is we're going to just start migrating files. And this version of HyperSpin is, I think, the most up-to-date one on my... I don't know if it's the most up-to-date version of HyperLaunch, but it's definitely the most updated thingamabob here. So we're going to do 2 separate folders, and we're just going to start moving shit we need. So first off, let's do all of the EXEs, and we'll just copy and paste. Now you'll notice some stuff there that is there's some type X stuff here. That's for Title type X and things like that. That's definitely not going to run on this system, but rather than sit here and try to weed all the bullshit out, I'm just gonna, you really need HyperHQ and your HyperSpin EXE and HyperBright and your log and all that bullshit. You know, I have a lot of extra old shit from previous configurations, but that stuff isn't really going to get in the way. It's just going to be there. We'll move HyperTools over to that folder. And then, oh, I didn't want to move the whole thing. You got to be careful with that. Don't just move it. Copy and paste. And then we are going to, let's go to settings here, and we'll copy our emulator settings. Right? These are all small files, right? The big files are going to be in the media section. And paste our settings over, and for the media, instead of copying and pasting, we're just going to create a new folder, and we're going to call it media, just like it is there, capital M, because you want to make sure the files are named correctly and stuff, because that's what HyperSpin is going to be looking for. And we're going to take the main menu media. That's a gig already, but it's got videos for all systems. So we'll take the main menu media folder, we'll move that over, right? Copy and paste it. So that's already 1 gig gone, just the main menu media. And we can remove what we don't need and put in what we don't need as we see fit, but rather than waste a lot of time, let's make life easy. Okay, so we'll just copy and paste that, right? And that's gonna take a minute. And I'm definitely gonna load up Nintendo Entertainment System, so I'm gonna want all the media for that. And we're gonna paste that over too, and that's 3 gigs worth of that's just the video. There's images right there. There's just images for NES, and that's already 3 gigs. So you can see the problem with this build is going to be migrating media over. The cartridge systems, their files are small, right? They're all 7-zip, and even if they weren't 7-zip, they're all running in the kilobyte range as far as file size go. But the media is what's going to be killer. So there's already a certain amount of data on, you know, there's just huge amounts of data just there as far as that media goes, and that's going to be just brutality, right? So anyway, the NES videos and everything like that, it's going to be there. We need the video. We'll move Sega over, and we'll do Daphne and see how it runs the Laserdisc games. See how that runs. So that'll be kind of a test, right? Because Laserdisc games are huge and require a bit of loading, right? So we'll move Daphne over too, and we'll just start with those 2 as just to test HyperSpin. And then what we'll do is we'll add MAME and maybe our Sega Genesis and a couple other systems after. So, you know, just one step at a time. I mean, Super NES and everything else. because we want to see how HyperSpin runs before we start loading up everything, and then we can be really selective, right? Okay, so let's move over to this computer, and there's one thing that we can do on this computer right now to just get it out of the way. And for some reason, it thinks it's 420 Sunday, December 21st. 420, let's get fucked up, huh? Yeah, back in the old days, maybe, Steve, but not now. You gotta be responsible, getting married. You can't just get high and drunk like the old days. Like a long time ago. I'm a responsible guy now, taking care of business. That's all behind me now. Anyway, let's go to. I haven't installed any other browser on here, so we'll just keep using IE, and we're gonna look for the one thing that we need to install in order for the Xbox 360 controllers to work is the Xbox 360 controller driver. We need the drivers for it because we have the dongle, and I can connect the dongle wireless driver. So if you're planning to use your wireless Xbox 360 controller, you're going to need to install these drivers in Windows. Okay, so our operating system is, in this case, Windows 8. So I wonder if it's going to be able to work with this. So we've got Windows 7, 64-bit, Windows Vista, but doesn't have them for Windows 8. That's interesting. Wow. Let's give it a shot with Windows 7 and see what happens. That's the only thing I can think to do, because otherwise we'll might have some trouble here. So we'll give it a shot. These are good things to know. I'm glad we're doing this together, guys, because we might have a bit of fucking trouble. Maybe I can use your guys' thoughts and support. Let's see. Let's just run it. Fuck it. Am I right? Worst that can happen, we can just uninstall them via device manager or msconfig or whatever. And if you want that to be able to make a change. Okay. So it cannot do it. So we run into a snag here. I don't know what the fuck to do, dudes. So maybe you guys can help a G out and we can figure this out together. I think worst case scenario, right, is going to be just an X-Patter setup, which shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, we'll just stop right there for now. Next video, I'll be copying the files over to the drive using the micro SD card, or I can actually, I'll probably just use micro SD card, transfer the files over to the thing, and then we'll figure out this Xbox 360 controller for Windows deal problem. I'm not really worried about it. This is a fun project, so fuck it. We'll figure it out together, dudes. Anyway, thanks a lot for your input, and I'll catch you later. Bye. Shit, I forgot.